All right, hello and welcome. Today, we are going to tackle a word that you hear all the time, but what does it really mean? I'm talking about the cloud. We're going to break down exactly what it is, how it works, and why it's pretty much become the backbone of our entire digital world. So let's just dive right in.
So let me just kick this off with a question that kind of gets to the heart of everything. Have you ever really thought about it? When you upload a photo to social media, or you save a document, or fire off an email, where does that stuff actually go? It really feels like magic, right? But it's not. It's all happening in the cloud. And to really get it, we need to take a quick step back in time.
You see, before the cloud was a thing, the internet was a very physical thing. For any company out there, big or small, if you wanted to run a website or a service, you had to own a very real, very expensive, and honestly, a very noisy server room. That's right. Businesses had to go out and buy, house, and maintain their own servers. And we're not talking about your desktop computer. We're talking about giant, whirring, power-hungry machines that would take up entire rooms. They cost a fortune to buy, you needed a whole IT team to babysit them, and what if you needed more power or storage? Well, you had to go out and buy another expensive box. It was so rigid, super inefficient, and a massive roadblock for smaller companies. So that was the old way, the clunky, expensive problem. So what's the simple modern answer? It is, of course, cloud computing. When you boil it all down, cloud computing is simply this. You're accessing all those computing services, servers, storage, you name it, over the internet. So instead of owning the hardware yourself, you're basically just renting it from someone else. This can mean renting raw power, like virtual servers, or it can mean using a ready-to-go application, like your email service, without ever having to worry about the machinery running it. And this analogy, this one just nails it. Think about electricity in your home. You don't build a power plant in your backyard just to turn on a light, right? Of course not. You just plug into this massive shared grid. The cloud is the exact same idea, just for computing. You plug into this digital grid and only use the power you need, exactly when you need it. And who's running these massive digital power plants? Well, their names you'll definitely recognize. We're talking about giants like Amazon with AWS, Microsoft with Azure, and Google with its Google Cloud Platform. They operate these incredible global networks of data centers that we can all just tap into. Okay, so this brings us to the big question. Why is renting all this power so much better than owning it? What is it about this model that was so revolutionary it literally changed everything? Let's break down the key benefits. So, there are a bunch of major advantages, 8 of them to be exact, that just completely revolutionized how we do things online. They all kind of boil down to a few really important themes. The first one, and you could argue it's the most important, is all about financial freedom. The old way meant spending a ton of money up front and then being stuck with the hardware you bought. With the cloud, it's a pay-as-you-go model. If your website suddenly gets a huge surge of traffic, you can instantly scale up your resources to handle it. And then, when things quiet down, you just scale right back down and you stop paying for it. It's just incredibly efficient. But you know what? It goes beyond just saving money. The cloud offers something that's maybe even more valuable, and that's just operational peace of mind. It takes away some of the biggest, most stressful headaches of running anything online. Just think about security for a second. The big cloud providers employ literal armies of the world's best security experts. They build in enterprise-grade features like data encryption, advanced firewalls, and are constantly monitoring for threats. That's a level of protection most companies could never, ever dream of affording on their own. And it's not just security. The provider handles all those tedious software updates and security patches for you, automatically. Plus, with disaster recovery built right in, your data is often copied across multiple locations. So if one data center has a problem, your stuff can just keep on running from another one. The hard stuff is just handled. This kind of flexibility also totally transforms how we work together. The cloud makes collaboration seamless. I mean, think about it. You create a document, you share a link, and suddenly multiple people can be in there editing it at the exact same time from anywhere on the planet. Just a couple of decades ago, that would have sounded like straight-up science fiction. And this all brings us to a really crucial point. This isn't some abstract, high-tech thing just for big corporations. The reality is, you are already using the cloud all day, every single day. Seriously, Every single time you use Google Docs or Office 365, every time you stream a movie on Netflix, or even just check your email on your phone, you're using the cloud. Your data doesn't live on your device. It lives on those incredibly powerful, super secure, globally accessible servers that we've been talking about this whole time. So let's just do a super quick recap. The big takeaways are this. The cloud lets you save money because you only pay for what you use. It gives you unbelievable flexibility to scale up or down whenever you need to. It lets you work and get to your data from anywhere on any device. And it keeps all of that data incredibly safe with world-class security. So there you have it. The cloud has gone from being some niche tech concept to being the fundamental backbone of our digital lives. It has completely reshaped our world. And that really only leaves one question. What's it going to change next? Thanks for joining me.